Good morning and welcome to this one-day seminar on income tax. A very warm welcome from Ahmedabad branch of WIRC of ICAI to all its respected members, and especially we have the chief guest as CA Sunil Talati Sir, past president ICAI. A big round of applause for Sir. We also have this interactive meeting with the office bearers of WIRC. We thank them that they will share the vision and their mission with which they have been working in this tenure and what is their vision ahead. So we welcome CA Arpit Kabra Sir, Chairman of WIRC. Welcome Sir. Vice Chairman CA Hitesh Pomal Sir, our own, and Secretary CA Saurabh Ajmera Sir, CA Ketan Sayya Sir, who is Treasurer of WIRC. We also welcome CA Dr. Anjali Choksi Madam, who is Chairperson of our branch, CA Sunil Sanghvi Sir, Chairperson of Direct Tax Committee, and also Vice Chairman of Ahmedabad branch, welcoming CA Chintan Patel Sir, Regional Council Member, WIRC. Also welcoming CA Rinkesh Shah, Treasurer of Ahmedabad branch, CA Neerav Agrawal, my committee colleague, CA Sunit Shah, committee colleague. It's my honor and privilege to welcome CA Dr. Girish Ahuja Sir, who will be deliberating lecture for the first session. He will be sharing his knowledge and wisdom during the first session. So thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. I also welcome CA Raju Shah Sir, past RCM, CA Neerav Choksi, past chairman, and CA Devang Doctor, past chairman of our Ahmedabad branch. We welcome you, sir. CA Riken Patel, vice president of CA Association. I might have missed the names of few who are seniors who have been bestowing they are showering their blessings on us, so beg me for that. So now we start the session, and I request Chairperson of the branch and Vice Chairperson of the branch, CA Dr. Anjali Choksi Madam and Sunil Sanghvi Sir, to please escort Chief Guest CA Sunil Talati Sir and CA Arpit Kabra, CA Hitesh Pomal Sir, CA Saurabh Ajmera Sir, CA Ketan Sayya Sir, and CA Chintan Patel Sir to the dais. A big round of applause for all our guests and chief guests. I request all the respected members to please rise for the ICI motto.
य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता
Although it feels to point out in this manner, but when the ICI motto is being played, I request all the members not to move. They have to stand still at their places. It's the deepest request which we give equal to the national anthem of our country. So requesting all the members to please stand at their places when this ICI motto is being played. Now we move ahead. As in the darkness, the light shows us the clarity, the confidence. It gives us the perception and clears our vision. In the same way, the lighting of the lamp in the start of any conference or seminar always gives us the enlightenment in our life in forms of knowledge. So we pray to the goddess Saraswati that she bestows her knowledge and we get the vision to perform to our best. So I request all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais to please join us for the lighting of lamp.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम् सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपत्वम् ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपत्वम् ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छामि मे सदा.
Now I move ahead with the program and I request Chairperson of the branch, CA Dr. Anjali Choksi ma'am, to please welcome our chief guest, past President of ICAI, CA Sunil Talati Sir, with a memento. Sir, thank you. I request CA Dr. Anjali Choksi ma'am again to please welcome CA Arpit Kabra sir, respected Chairperson WIRC. Requesting Vice Chairperson of Ahmedabad branch, CA Sunil Sanghvi sir, to please welcome CA Hitesh Pomal sir, respected Vice Chairperson of WIRC. Now it's my privilege to welcome Secretary of WIRC, CA Saurabh Ajmera sir, with a memento. Requesting Treasurer of Ahmedabad branch, CA Rinkesh Shah, to please welcome CA Ketan Sayya sir, who is Treasurer of WIRC. And now requesting CA Sunit Shah sir to please welcome CA Chintan Patel sir, respected Regional Council member from Ahmedabad, representing WIRC. And moving very rapidly, requesting Chairperson of Ahmedabad branch, CA Dr. Anjali Choksi ma'am, to please address the August gathering.
The esteemed chief guest for today, our beloved past president, CA Sunil Talati ji, under whose leadership and guidance, we are glad to have the second youngest president of ICI from Gujarat, CA Aniket Sunil Talati. Welcome, sir. The best leading and best performing region of ICI, the Western region, and we are very glad to have the whole team of WRC here under the leadership of CA Arpit Kabra, the chairperson, our own beloved RCM, the vice chairperson, CA Hitesh Pomal, secretary, CA Saurabh Ajmera, treasurer and past Vikasa chairperson, CA Ketan Sayya ji, Ahmedabad team, the chairperson for today's, under whose leadership today's program has been organized, the vice chairperson and chairperson for the DirectX committee, CA Sunil Sanghvi, secretary CA Abhinav Malviya, CA Sunit Shah, CA Neerav Agrawal, treasurer CA Rinkesh Shah. We're also glad to have our first esteemed speaker, and we are really always thankful to him. No matter what comes, he's always there for Ahmedabad branch. CA Dr. Girish Ahuja, sir. We also acknowledge the presence of past chairmen of Ahmedabad branch, CA Raju Shah, CA Devang Doctor, CA Neerav Choksi, CA Ajit Shah, senior members Atul Bhai, Gaurang Bhai, Jayesh Bhai, Dharmesh Parikh, and young members. A very, very warm welcome to this one-day seminar. Originally, we thought to have 2 2-hour session, But after a lot of brainstorming, we thought in this tax audit season, let's have a one-day, extensive day for the tax audit season, starting with the most look-after session of Girish Ahuja sir, so much complexities in the trust. Going ahead with real estate taxation, we are also going to have a one-day exclusive sector-specific conference on construction industry, so the real estate taxation. Third, reading clause-by-clause tax audit, and a very beautifully drafted the panel discussion to know the common mistakes in preparation of the tax audit report. As the chairperson, and since the WRC team is here, we would like to share a few of the grand events of the Ahmedabad branch till now. We had one of the finest M&A conferences. There are so many participants here who have attended the same, the Mergers and Acquisition Conference with 100 plus participants. We had 2 days MSME and Startup Conference. On 15th August, Ahmedabad branch was glad to have the first ever play on Naya Bharat, Mere Sapno Ka Bharat. We also launched the 5th RRC for the year along with the Chartered Accountant Association Nepal, and I'm really glad that the RRC is full now, and we are launching next week the 6th RRC for the year for the young members on 5th, 6th, 7th October at Abu. Forthcoming programs of Ahmedabad branch, on 16th September, we have one-day conference on IBC, and we are glad that on a single day, 11 plus experts across India are going to deliver their sessions on this day. So 16th September. On 30th October, we are going to have a program on millets. As you know that it's an international millet year, we are going to have an address by Dr. Khader Wali, the millet man of India, along with learning some cooking recipes for millets, and we are glad to see CA Sunil Talati Sir for his idea for having a millet program at Ahmedabad branch. On 20th October, we have planned a talent evening cum CA Awards. On 25th October, we'll have Navratri. And lastly, one of the finest events of the year after the ground resounding success of the Wakao, we have on 24th, 25th and 26th November GLOPAC. The first round of registration is done. The second is also done. So those who have still not registered for GLOPAC, my humble request to all of you to register at the earliest. Lastly, we are also present at all social media handles of Ahmedabad branch. We also have a mobile application. So those who have still not registered for the mobile application, you'll get every update there. And once again, keeping my welcome address brief, I once again welcome the chief guest and the whole team of WRC for sparing their valuable time us. And I wish all the members a great learning session today. Thank you so much.
Just to add up on a line to what ma'am said, it is last 6 days to register for the GLOPAC event with the discounted fee. The second round that will close on 15th of September, just for the knowledge of all. Thank you. And now moving ahead, I request CA Chintan Patel, respected Regional Council member of WRC, to address the August gathering.
Chief guest of the conference, respected Honorable President of ICI, CA Sunil Talati Sir. The team from the WRC, I think it's really a difficult time for me because I'm part of WRC Regional Council member, and today also I'm a host also, as they're coming to Ahmedabad branch. So I take this double opportunity to welcome the team of WRC to the city of Ahmedabad, Karnataka city. And for you, it's one of the biggest branch of region. And the kind of activity which the chairperson of Ahmedabad branch has mentioned, you must realize that the way we are doing it, and definitely is going to add a lot of values to region and ICI. So chairperson of WRC, C. Arpit Kakbara, he is known for innovation. Various new innovative program has been done under his chairmanship. The vice chairperson and dear friend and the committee. Okay. C. Hiteshvi Pomal, who has been actually doing is the task of being a vice chairperson in the region. Secretary, who is, I will say, is a dynamic person, always giving support shoulder to shoulder to the chairperson in all activities of WRC, CA Sunil Ajmera. Senior, calm, composed, and dedicated person, CA Ketan Bisaiya, Treasurer of WRC. The team of Ahmedabad branch and CA Gurish Bhai Ahuja, the faculty. I'm not naming all of my team members, but I acknowledge the presence of everyone just for sake of time. Good morning, all of you. It's really pride pleasure for me to address as a part of the committee of WRC member. Let me take this opportunity to give a very, very important professional updates which are relevant for all of us in this September 2023. One of the very, very important thing which we all noticed since last few years, the government has been very sincere and serious towards the professionals, chartered accountants when we are attestation. A lot of things has been changed in last couple of years where more than 40 members have been held as professional guilty by NAFRA, Ahmedabad. Okay. So I think the duty on us is very, very high. We just look at ICI point of view, there are two very, very important bodies, which is, one is Financial Reporting Review Board, and second is a Taxation Audit Quality Review Board. The objective of putting this particular point today is that right now we are in the arena of tax audit, and the Taxation Audit Quality Review Board looks after the quality of tax audits. It's not only for corporates, quality is important. Quality is important for every attestation work which has been done, every professional work which we do it. Recently, the one very important thing from UDIN point of view, that the UDIN cannot be revoked if it is more than 48 hours. The purpose of change is just to ensure that the lot of regulatory bodies rely on our signature, rely on UDIN. So the change of UDIN should not happen beyond 48 hours, so we have to be careful on that part. Second very important thing is that last year, the definition of small company has been revised. Because there are a lot of members who are not aware about that. I'm receiving calls that because the limit has been revised to 4 crore and 40 crore, 4 crore of paid up capital and 40 crore for turnover. That will have a lot of impact on our reporting part. Because a lot of companies which are not small company earlier, they qualify to be small company. That's why the exemptions will be available when we do this certification. So we should have a list of all companies where whether it is small company, CARO applicable, IFC applicable, and then compliance thereof is what is very, very important thing. Few very important initiative which is done by our own beloved member who is the president of ICI, CA Sunil Talati, and which includes the giving the audit working templates. We all have been looking for to provide us what is the documentation, what is the base documentation. So the institute has provided us the standard documentation, that is an audit working paper. And that audit working papers are not only PDF file, even Word file has been provided so that we can easily copy and modify as per requirement. We have standards of accounting, we have standards of Ind AS, we have standards of auditing also. And this is for the first time there are standards provided for us, our audit working templates, which can be helpful for us to ensure that in case peer review happens, in case there is a review on NAFRA happens, we can really use that working papers, and then it gives a lot of satisfaction to us of compliance of the requirements. Additionally, there is also a standard of auditing checklist provided, and these are provided in Word file. Mind well, this is a very, very important thing. We are not doing only in PDF file, Word file, which can be easily help and use. So now onus is on us. Institute has been doing its best task to ensure that we have been provided all resources which is required, and onus is on us to ensure that we comply with that. And also one very, very important question which has been raised by a lot of things is that there is a guidance note issued by ICI that is on financial statements, formal financial statements for the non-corporate entities. And there is a confusion that is it applicable compulsory from the financial year 22-23 જે અત્યારે આપણે કરી રહ્યા છે એમાં. But if you just look at the effective date of that is 1st April 2024. For the year 22-23, it is not effective, not compulsory, but in my humble submission, we should try to align our practices to that level. So next year when it is effective, we are not just red-handed saying that how can we comply with it. It requires comparative period, it requires format as per schedule thick requirement. So this is not something which can be really done overnight. So 1 year provided by institute just to ensure that we are geared up for this particular compliance. So a lot of things are there for all of us. I'm not taking much time here, but once again, my best wishes to all of you for grand conference today, and best wishes to the chairperson WRC and team WRC for coming here. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Chintan sir, for enlightening us with your knowledge and updates. And now I request CA Ketan Sayya sir, treasurer of WIRC, to please address August gathering. And with the permission of all the seniors on the dais, I would not be introducing all of you in the detail, and we will be liking to hear you more. Yeah? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhinav. Honorable Chairman of Western India Regional Council, CA RPG Kabra, respected past President Sunil Talati, the Chairperson of Ahmedabad branch, CA Dr. Anjali Choksi Madam, Vice Chairperson Sunil Bhai, Abhinav, Rinkesh, respected Girish Ahuja sir, all seniors and friends. જ્યારે ભારતનું નેતૃત્વ એક ગુજરાતી કરે છે અને જ્યારે સીએ ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટનું પણ નેતૃત્વ એક ગુજરાતી કરે છે અને આપણે ગુજરાતમાં હોઈએ તો થોડુંક તો ગુજરાતી બોલવાનું બને છે. ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ ઓલ હું અમદાવાદ બ્રાન્ચનો ખૂબ આભાર માનીશ. Kind of leaders which we have sent to institute. We have been working with Aniket Bhai and we see way he has put the institute's agenda, vision on fast track mode. I think આ એક વર્ષમાં institute 5-10 વર્ષ આગળ જશે. So really thankful to all the members of Ahmedabad branch for sending such a visionary leader to the institute in the form of Aniket Bhai Talati. Also let me thank all of you for sending a very matured and very, very dedicated vice chairperson in form of Hitesh Bhai, very, very matured person. Chintan Bhai, my colleague in council, again a very technically strong person. If we have queries on Ind AS, accounting standard, we keep bothering him. In absentia, Vikas Bhai is not here, but again a very, very expert on IBC, Vikas Jain sir. There are a lot of initiatives which WIRC has taken. આપણે ઘણી બધી વાતો કરી શકીએ છીએ, પણ અંજલિ being very, very intelligent, એણે બધાનું ટાઈમ કેપ રાખ્યું છે, એટલે એ સમય મર્યાદામાં ધ્યાનમાં રાખીને ફક્ત 2 કે 3 વાતો કરીશ. One initiative which WIRC has taken is my role at WIRC. So what is this my role at WIRC? If any member across region, from western region, whether Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, want to participate into the activities of WIRC, he or she can write back to us. We have written mail more than once to all the members. You all can become writer, speaker, contributor in any form to the WIRC. We all 21 council members believe that there has to be an opportunity to each and every member being given in the form of writer, speaker. There are almost 15 publications which we have listed down, which will be coming up during the year. And any one of you can be writer. There are already some writer and we have published book, those who are from Ahmedabad. Let me thank all of them also. We have already launched a book on Gift City, 21 useful chart. I think, if I'm not wrong, RPG authors are from Ahmedabad. So let me, congratulate to them also and, welcome all of you to participate into my role at WIRC. One more initiative which is very close to my heart is networking zone at WIRC. Networking zone એ એક કોલમ છે WIRCના ન્યૂઝલેટરમાં, જેમાં જો સપોઝ તમને કોઈ પાર્ટનર્સ જોઈતો હોય, જેવી રીતે યુ વોન્ટ અ પાર્ટનર ઇન અમદાવાદ, યુ વોન્ટ અ પાર્ટનર ઇન સુરત, બરોડા, પુણે, you can give one liner advertisement જેનો કોઈ ચાર્જ નથી લેવામાં આવતો. તમારું નામ નહીં આવે, ફક્ત ટેલિફોન નંબર આવશે. આ જાહેરાતો લાસ્ટ 3-4 મહિનાથી આવી રહી છે. તો આઉટ ઓફ માય ક્યુરિયોસિટી અમે ગયા અઠવાડિયા 15 દિવસ પહેલાં સુરત હતા, તો એક સુરતની જાહેરાત હતી. છેલ્લી લાઈન હતી, there is a firm up for sale in Surat. So out of my curiosity, I dialed him. I said, okay, sir, I am interested in buying your firm. And what are the terms, conditions? He said, Ketan, the day it is printed, that day I received 30 calls and next day the transaction is done. So, congratulations to Arpit for wonderful initiative being taken for networking zone. There was one firm in northern India. They had given advertisement saying that we want all over India 18 partners. And it was a very short one-liner advertisement. So again, after 15 days, one of us had rang him up. He said, oh, he got almost 13 partners across India out of those requirement of 18 partners. So do visit networking zone. There are advertisement in the form of, I want partner in direct tax, I want partner in international tax, I want expert on X, Y, Z, RERA. So, if you are expert and you want to join some big firm, you should try this. This is one more very good initiative. Last, Prerna, which is again very dynamic program which we are working upon. We have started working upon this on a very aggressive note. What is this Prerna? Of course, it's a unique program. We have been watching when we visit. There are so many female chartered accountants who had a lot of expertise, who have worked in Big Four industry, but because of their family responsibility, they have taken a backseat. They are not active in their professional life. We thought, let's bring this talent back. At the same time, there are SMPs, small and medium-sized firms. These firms have to go to next level. આપણે જોઈએ તો બિગ ફોરમાં બિઝનેસ ડેવલપમેન્ટ પાર્ટનર હોય, નોલેજ પાર્ટનર હોય, રિસોર્સ પાર્ટનર હોય, વિઝડમ કીપર હોય. I don't know how many such forms of partners are there, but effectively each one does everything else than the attestation, and they try and take the firm to the next level, which is lacking in SMPs, small and medium-sized practitioners. So, our Prerna, જેને અમે train કરશું, these are all female chartered accountants who have basic knowledge, being chartered accountant obviously. We will train them and they will look at your firm, they will look at 360-degree development of the firm, be it technology, તમે શું technology વાપરો છો, ત્યાંથી કરીને your HR policies, what kind of clients you are serving, where you can grow, which industry you want to grow, where you have expertise and where there is a gap. They will also guide you how to get the client, how to do networking, how to do merger and acquisitions. So right from A to Z of the firm's development will be seen by this Prerna. And it's kind of a project, I'm sure the benefit of this will be seen in the coming year. And once again, let me thank Ahmedabad branch for having us invited here, and truly vibrant branch. Let me congratulate Anjali madam. I was thrilled when to hear that she has organized 5th RRC. I don't know by the time her terms ends how many RRCs she is going to organize. And of course we are cherishing, and we have heard about all Gujarat RRC which happened at Gir. So heartiest congratulations to Anjali Ben and entire team for a wonderful year ahead. Thank you so much.
So we thank you for your words of motivation that will keep us working hard in future as well. Now I request CA Saurabh Ajmera, who is Secretary of WRC, to please address the August gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Past President Sir Sunil Talati ji, Innovative and Energetic Chairman of WRC CA Arpit Kabra ji, and a man who is known for extraordinary working at WRC, and from Ahmedabad, Vice Chairperson Hitesh Pomal ji, Treasurer Sir Ketan Bhai, very experienced and learned personality, and the dynamic chairperson of this branch, Anjali Choksi ma'am, who is known for the action. From last 6 months, I have seen her is completely in action, having RRC, having more and more sessions to empower all our members. Let's have a big round of applause for Ahmedabad branch chairperson. My colleague in the council, Chintan Bhai, who is also known for technical stuff. Whenever we need any support in accounting standards, we have to approach him. In absentia, Vikas Bhai. On the dais, Sunil Sanghvi ji, Vice Chairperson of this vibrant branch. Abhinav Malviya ji, Secretary of this vibrant branch. Of the dais, gem of our profession, faculty sir, Girish Ahuja sir, and good morning to all of you. So some energy. Good morning. Kem cho Ahmedabad. So this is the first inaugural session. We have to be energetic. Friends, I want to tell you that at WRC, we are highly committed to empower all our members. And this year, as ICI is entered in the 75th year as an existence, and this is the pride moment for all of us, and that pride we are celebrating at WRC in a different way. In ICI, we have 168 branches, more than 48 countries we have our presence. We are now family of more than 12.5 lakh members and students. And that pride we are celebrating at WRC, where we are saying P stand for perform. Why we are saying for perform? We are already in performance. Friends, India is a software capital, India is a pharma capital, India have youngest population, and India is the 5th largest economy and 3rd largest ecosystem in startup space. So we have to perform accordingly. We have to target our clientele, our scope of work in a different way. That is why we are providing lot of stuff to empower all our members at WRC for performance in a different way. Then R stand for relearning. Why we are saying for relearn? We have to relearn all the stuff as per the need of the hour. In this, we have organized a relearning series in direct tax, relearning series in indirect tax also, and then I, that is innovation, which is our core area. We have very, very innovative chairman with us. So in each and every activity in this year, you will feel that we are adding technology stuff in our working. Whatever publication we are releasing, we have QR code in which you can get real-time update. When we were launching bank audit book, there were a QR code in which we were providing Excel templates for a real-time basis to all the members. We are changing all the innovation area at WRC under the leadership of innovative chairman. And then D stand for distinguish ourselves. For that, we are organizing very, very specific programs at WRC, like we have completed for insurance sector. Now we are planning to have a session on banking sector. Today, when we are here in WRC BKC, there is a MSME conclave which is going on to target all the stuff related to MSME sector. So that way, we are trying to create some distinguished areas for all our members. And then E, which is, we are saying, enrich our ecosystem. We are in the era of ESG, we are in the era of social audit. We have to understand 3 Ps in a different way. First, we have to focus on planet, then people, and then profit will make sense. So that way we are sharing knowledge through pride of ICI at WRC. Friends, I would like to share 3 more major initiatives at WRC. We have started a Niryat series. When we were at South Africa in our IRC, we met with SAIPA representation, and from where we have received the idea to start that Niryat series. We want to cater all the 48 countries where we have our presence to empower all our members through opportunities which are lying over there. So recently we have completed in this Niryat series for Doha, for Dubai, for Australia, and we are organizing regular programs. So my request, if you want to explore your practice globally, that is the perfect series in which we can provide a good opportunity to all our members. Then friends, we have started a very, very different project, that is Startup Lab at WRC, as I am the chairman of Startup and MSME committee over there, in which we are discussing all the ecosystem which are available in India, because we are the third largest ecosystem in the world for startup space. And we have huge opportunities in this space. So we are catering all the need of startup in this project, that is Startup Lab. Friends, I want to tell you, when we were hosting that corporate tax program for UAE, we have received a query, or you can say a task or a work opportunity from Dubai. And by the initiative of networking zone, that task is taken by a Latur member. So you can understand the small area practitioners are getting benefit of networking zone. So this is the great initiative of the WRC. I request each one of you to participate. And when I'm in Gujarat, or you can say country is led by Gujarat, or our institute is also led by Gujarat. So once again, I am confident to iterate the 3 lines that 19th century was for England and 20th century was for America, but I am 100% sure that 21st century will be of Bharat only. So please take all the opportunities available in India or Bharat for betterment of our profession. Friends, yesterday only we have received the Guinness Book of Award for Career Counseling under the able leadership of our young and dynamic President, Sir Aniket Talati ji. We have completed the career counseling in more than 500 locations, and we have covered more than 2.5 lakh students in a single day. Let's have a big round of applause for our leadership. And we have received Guinness Book of Award for accounting lecture under a one roof at Jaipur, in which more than 3,900 students were there. So friends, with this, in the interest of time, I will take your leave. I thank all Ahmedabad branch for hosting us or for giving me an opportunity to interact with all of you. With 2 lines, I will summarize. यूं जमी पर बैठकर क्यों आसमां देखना है, यूं जमी पर बैठकर क्यों आसमां देखना है, खोल दो पंख, जमाना सिर्फ उड़ान देखता है, जमाना सिर्फ उड़ान देखता है. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, Saurabh sir, for your energetic deliberation. I also welcome immediate past chairman of Ahmedabad branch, CA Shah sir, to the seminar. And now I request vice chairman of WIRC, CA Hitesh Pomal sir, to whom we like to hear more and more. Sir, welcoming you to address August gathering.
Very good morning, one and all. Our very respected past president Sunil sir has requested not to name all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. So I am skipping that part. First of all, it's a very proud and privileged moment for me that my felicitation at my home branch, and that too in the presence of some of those friends કે જેમને આનંદ કરતા આશ્ચર્ય વધારે થયું હશે. મેં એમને કહ્યું અમારા સિનિયર ફ્રેન્ડ્સને જેને હું રેગ્યુલર ટચમાં છું કે આજે તમે મારા ફેલિસિટેશનમાં અહીંયા આવ્યા, મને કે તારા માટે નથી આવ્યો, ગિરીશ આહુજા સરને સાંભળવા આવ્યો છું. બટ માય રોલ એટ ICAI, હમણાં જે કેતનભાઈએ વાત કરી એ પ્રમાણે મારો રોલ કાંઈ કામ ન કરીને કોઈને નડવું નહીં એનો જ છે. અને દેટ ઇઝ ધ રીઝન ઓલ ધ 3 other office bearers, they are very humble enough in the sense that every time they are praising me like anything for not doing anything. And since all the 3 other office bearers for this term, they are from Bombay, and I am occasionally traveling to Bombay and to BKC or WIRC ICAI. All the time I have seen them working so hard, of course in the interest of the profession for members and the students. પણ તકલીફ સૌથી મોટી ત્યાં થાય છે કે મને યાદ જ નથી રહેતું એ લોકો એટલી બધી સ્કીમ લઈને આવ્યા છે કે કયો પ્રોગ્રામ કયા બેનર હેઠળ છે એ જ ખબર નથી. પણ સિન્સ they are all here and they have graced this occasion today, we'll take one liberty to request Anjali, the chairperson of our Ahmedabad branch, to arrange one mega seminar on any of the banner. The chairman will definitely explain the all the initiatives that has been taken at the WIRC level to arrange one mega program in that banner at Ahmedabad only, and I am sure she will consider this positively. Second issue is about the importance of timing. હમણાં થોડી વાર પહેલાં જ કોઈક મેમ્બર, હું ડાયસ ઉપર બેઠો હતો ત્યારે મને ઇશારો કરતા હતા કે સમય જુઓ, એટલે ભલે મને 5 મિનિટ પણ અલોટ થઈ હોય, would not like to take much of the time considering this time constraint only. But once again, I sincerely thank Ahmedabad branch, especially chairperson Anjali madam, and then the entire committee of our home branch, that they invited us today. Though I am from Ahmedabad, I am representing WIRC today here, and for the wonderful felicitation and the opportunity given to us today. Thank you very much, friends.
So we always feel heartened by your such humble nature. And now I request chairperson of WIRC, CA Arpit Kabra sir, to address the August gathering, sir.
Good morning, everyone. It's been an absolute honor and a privilege to be in front of you today, especially in Ahmedabad, most dynamic city and one of the most significant branch of this largest region of the country, the WIRC. And well, one POU to other POU, I don't know what to say, but one thing that I want to, and it is an overwhelming feeling, is that I'm sharing a dais with a wonderful past president whom I have been observing as a child. And back there in WIRC, I'm sharing back-to-back cabins with a wonderful person, an elder brother, who's been always so guiding. And one thing that I don't know how he manages is, everyone feels he has given everyone enough time. And how does he bring that much time, I don't know. It's an absolute, if I were to say in matter of learning curve, it's an absolute amazing learning curve. And it's overwhelming, as I said earlier, because 2 generations so committed, and they've been doing every right thing that is required for the fraternity. Every aspect, every tick the box, be it presentation, be it the representation, be it the absolute image of the ICI in the world map. I think everything's gone skyrocket. So thank you Sunil Bhai. Sir, it's been an absolute pleasure and it's been an absolute honor, sir. And believe me, every time I share space with you, I remember those days when I was kid and we used to always hear you. My father used to always talk about aspects on when whenever these council people come, whenever they meet, whenever they say, whenever they share something that shows the vision. And this career counseling, yesterday that happened when Aniket Bhai mentioned that he's the 3rd generation chartered accountant. And if someone who's been the president and he believes that yes, this is the profession that we should all be part of, and gets the next generation also into that, I think that shows the ultimate vision and commitment of this profession, the ICI, to all of us. Please put your hands together for Sunil Bhai and Aniket Bhai. A young chartered accountant in a conference like this in the Lalit in Andheri, Mumbai, while sitting in the audience, when announced from the stage that we would need an MOC or a coordinator, anyone who wants to volunteer for a program, for a one session, which is upcoming because this is missing, this young guy raised his hand. And from there, in the next 6 years, from being a member in this crowd to leading that entire crowd of WIRC, the entire journey has come full circle for me. It's just that raising of one hand that has made me come from there till here. And that's the power of being a chartered accountant. That's the power of volunteering. That's the power of saying that, yes, I want to do it. Yes, I am the ICI. Yes, I can be here. And I want to do this and I want to explore this. With that as a theme, from the time that I've taken up as a WIRC chairman, one thing that we've made sure is this platform is open and accessible for anyone, everyone. And therefore, when Ketan Bhai mentioned my role at WIRC, we are absolutely committed to this kind of a function at WIRC, that whoever wishes to be, this platform is available. They should get the best out of this, and every member to the last T should get the ultimate impact, ultimate benefit of being in WIRC. And therefore, you would see so many of our initiatives, be it a Project Rainbow where we were celebrating talents of members, be it wherever that, for example, when we started, there were so many people who came that, hey, look, why do you only cater to, or why do you only provide platform to big software companies? Why can't chartered accountants who have in-house softwares, in-house, they've built some technologies, why can't we have them over here? So we created a platform for that, and we brought them all on one platform. And therefore, the entire journey towards automation started. Today, when you are at BKC, whenever you come, and I welcome all of you, we no longer, like for example, if you're part of an audience, we no longer, you don't have to worry because we click all of you, we get clicked here, there, everywhere. And you don't have to really go behind any RCM or go behind any of the stuff for photos or something. All you need to do is scan a QR code. And what will happen is it will scan your face. With 43 checkpoints on your face, anywhere you are in the crowd, anywhere in the cloud the photos are uploaded, you'll get them all downloaded in front of you wherever you are appearing. That's the power of AI that we are using in almost every aspect at WIRC. That's a tool that we have recently taken up. As you can see, if I can show the slides, please. Some of the initiatives at WIRC that we've been talking about, and I would be very happy if we could take these up. But let me tell you, first thing first, it's a dream team that I could always and anytime ask for to work as a chairman of WRC. If you see the composition of our team as office bearers, you find Hitesh Bhai and Ketan Bhai, both experienced people as vice chairman treasurer, someone who takes care of the entire region, the span of this. Hitesh Bhai brings in a huge stability about branch coordination committee, entirely handled by him. So anywhere and everywhere that we want to do anything at the branches, because there's a huge administration at WRC that happens. 36 branches, 52 study circles, almost equivalent study chapters, and so many a small group of CAs. Anything, anywhere that happens, first call is to the WRC chairman as to, hey, what is happening there? What can be done here? What should be done here? And therefore, I'm ably supported by the Vice Chairman Hitesh Pomal, because he ensures all of these things in an administrative manner, sort themselves out in a very systematic manner, and therefore we work on priorities. Thank you, Hitesh Bhai, for setting that up. Be it taking up a sub-regional conference in a small town called Shegaon near Akola. No flight connectivity, no nothing. But one man who stood behind me then said that, if you believe we should do that, he asked me only 2 questions. And I said, yes. He said, we should do it, come what may. Nahi flight aati hai, mat aane do. Nahi train jati hai, mat jaane do. But we'll try and do it. And from that thought, 600 people in that sub-regional conference. It was a massive, first ever of its kind in that small place where people hardly thought that they would hear about some episodes like SME IPOs. What can we do with listed companies as assets? How can we make them debt free? Different conversations about wills and nominations. We missed Girish sir there, but of course, I'm sure that he would be happy to come again in that wonderful place, a magical place in real sense. Gajanand Maharaj is a person, is a persona, is a absolute magnificent phenomena that is present there, which has made this entire experience for us at WRC magical. Coming to the initiatives here, as I said, Ketan Bhai, Hitesh Bhai, both experienced people. Me and Saurabh trying to get experience, but yes, energy, massive energy, as you can see in everything we do, these kind of travels we do. So the experience and energy, that fusion, and I believe therefore, that is the right dream combination for all the CA firms. It's important we realize and we understand the importance of experience and the energy, and they need to come together in these times. If at all we need to really grow our practices just from that small little squares that we think that this is where we need to operate, in fact to go beyond, you will need these kind of teams. And I'm blessed to have this team over here. The entire council, for example, Chintan Bhai who's here, Vikas Bhai who's here, they bring in again a huge kind of support to all of us. So thank you to both of them, RCMs from Ahmedabad. Niryat series, as Saurabh mentioned, yesterday we had a series on Abu Dhabi. Believe me, 3 wonderful speakers, 1 from India, 2 from Abu Dhabi. They were all talking about how you could invest in a startup as an asset class. We were just wondering that this asset class is one of the most phenomenal asset class in India because of Modi ji's leadership, that this will happen, that will happen, and the startup sphere, ecosystem, Shark Tanks, all of this is happening. But hold on. Go and look at what's happening in Abu Dhabi, go and look at what is happening in Dubai. I think it's attracting, it's the magnet to all of these startups suddenly. What has happened, what has not happened, of course we can go in details, but what I'm trying to tell you is, there's a huge shift from absolute opportunity in startups from this space to that space, and that calls immediate attention of each one of us. Because there are only us as chartered accountants who are catering to these kind of setups there, these kind of entities there, and there is absolute opportunities. 2 hours of session yesterday was an eye-opener session, especially for me. I don't know about if you've been already focusing on these kind of asset classes, but yes, it's time that you do it. There are absolutely epic stories that talks about how people have really made wealth out of this asset class in a very decent time frame. We are coming up next with Singapore, then Muscat. Also, we've done Australia. Again, one Australia season is happening. So Niryat series is lived up. And I would request all of you, because Hitesh Bhai, who again does a lot of work in this offshore accounting, has always been helpful in guiding the entire framework of Niryat series, along with Saurabh, who's spearheading this entire, attempt at WRC. Mondays, Tuesdays are our administration days. We decide what we have to do. Wednesdays, we start with WOW series, the women on Wednesday. Thursdays is technology served on Thursday, that is Tech Edge. And we've got an AI next to the E, that is everything that we do is with artificial intelligence. We've got our own bots. Recently, we on Tech Edge, we discussed about a series, about a chat GPT. If not, the name is not chat GPT, but it's an open AI platform. And what we've discussed is, we have feeded this tool, this AI tool, with all the tax alerts from Taxman, from Tax Guru, from whatnot. And all these submissions that 4 chartered accountants they have there in the office were all feeded up in their SQL. Believe me, all we had to do was give a command prompt, and the entire submission with the recent case laws, with all citations, perfectly was drafted and given to us. This was done live on a Tech Edge session. Now that's the power of open AI platforms. Now all you need to do is understand how to give a correct prompt, probably get it out, and then do the masterwork. Execute it in a fashion that is absolutely required for the person whom you're gonna represent, person who's gonna hear you. I think that is the talent. It's time that we realized who's a better lawyer. Better lawyer is a better lawyer. I think you must have heard that before. Not that who knows the act well, or not that who knows the client well, but one who knows the judge well. And I think that is what exactly is now going to happen with ChatGPT. Your frameworks will be decided as to how does that representation is required, because everything is going to happen in a very, very systematic manner already. And with the kind of AI technologies coming in, I think it's just robust. Friday Fundas is another series that we started. I think one of those very, very vital series. It's an amazing concept because anything and everything that is required for our practice to grow, but not really technical, is what we discuss on Fridays, Friday Fundas. I would recommend each one of you to watch, maybe on YouTube now, of WRC of ICI, one session on 12 most essential soft skills for growing your practice. I think you can train your staff using that session. From that session, we came to this idea of having practice redesigning, identifying resources to redesign our practices, empower them, make them resourceful so that they can nourish the CA firm and adapt best practices. That is Project Prerna, as you can see just above Project Saptrishi. That's a brainchild, that's our thought process, that's the council which is committed towards, and we want to work towards the women chartered accountants who have for different reasons left this fraternity and want to come back. One person who can really help as a consultant to our CA firms and grow that CA firm in a very, very, very organic manner. Gurukul at WRC, I would suggest Anjali, if you could, take up these. I mean, I don't know if you really have any space in your calendar now, but I'm sure with the kind of action-packed events that you have in Ahmedabad and, the kind of commitment that the entire team has shown, I think Sunil has been wonderful. Abhinav, Rinkesh, Sunit Bhai, Vishan Bhai, who has just joined in, I think he always carries his aura around. Chetan, Samir, I think I'm missing both of them over here. This entire team, I think, what a wonderful team, ably supported by, Chintan Bhai, Vikas and Hitesh Bhai, and the entire team. So if you find a calendar, if you find a space, you can start this series at Gurukul WRC. What we do is, if you are responsible towards members in industry and business, and you want to do the training sessions, bring them in our premises. We will do the training session. We'll become the training partners for those entities who are not able to conduct training in-house, or for whatever budget reason, or for maybe timeline reason, or whatever reason. But let's make this compulsory for our members in industry. Be it commonly made errors in balance sheets, commonly reporting errors, Ind AS, IFRS and everything. And very recently, we've just understood a new concept called GAP. And we'll be discussing about this in our upcoming sub-regional conference in Surat. GAP is, you must have heard about US GAAP, but now I'm talking about generally accepted privacy principles. Something which has come like a new thing. And I would request to do some brainstorming at the wonderful branch of Ahmedabad, to do a wonderful brainstorming for this, because this could be the next big opportunity for us as chartered accountants, where we have to do a compliance and tell or attest and authorize whether these companies are following the privacy principles or not. Because otherwise the penalties are massive. Massive means absolutely massive. So data becomes the new oil, now you cannot play with that data because it's now fire, and oil and fire, you know the combination. So therefore, this is a new concept that we'll be talking about. Our next sub-regional conference, which is now scheduled in Surat in 13th, 14th October. We are largely talking about this oil and fire and all technology and live initiatives that we could showcase there. That's Gurukul at WRC. Nest Cafe is another session that I would strongly suggest the chairperson Anjali madam to host it at the branch. This is for young chartered accountants. Pure networking session, a good panel, high-flying young investment bankers, or someone who has just made it large, maybe an influencer, maybe anyone, but smart discussions, pure networking, and free coffees. So coffee and tea is served on the house. You come, network, more like a casual. Cafe is what we talk about. And they are 4 pillars that we always stress on: networking, entrepreneurship, soft skills, and technology. That is the nest. So these are 2 wonderful initiatives at WRC which keeps young chartered accountants attracted, and they feel really that there's something happening. And looking at the trend now, and Sunil bhai, you must already see that, the trend towards accepting service as an option. Chartered accountant has a degree, what I understand, and every time that accounting museums are put up, we read and we interact with legacies, and all of them, they tell us that this degree, this discipline has largely been an employment creator. But of course, nowadays it's more that people are running towards employment, they're seeking employment. But now, to get them to make sense out of them, to keep the essence of chartered accountancy in them, I think that is what we have done. Bring out these sessions so that they can come and really dwell into all of this. Maybe not now, but 5 years down the line, if they want to start up something, if they want to do something, probably they will find ICI is the perfect place to network and actually grow. And that is the entire idea. For all of you, Project Saptrishi is one of the projects that we've launched, a very ambitious project. Sapt means 7, Rishi is academicians, wise people, where we are collaborating with them. We in this 140 crore population, we believe we are only 4 lakh. And if you want to really deliver to this $5 trillion economy, we need a huge support. And therefore, for that huge support, our commerce accountants who are coming up next are absolutely, if I were to say, they have to be taught as to really what practical world means in accounting. And therefore, this entire concept of train and learn is a concept that we've launched. 36 hours of training into how you convert a bank statement to a balance sheet to an income tax return. Tell them why 5 heads of income, why income tax returns are there, why GST. And these people who, after doing this course of 36 hours with ICI, with WIRC, they get inducted as interns into CA firms. Over 12,000 students have already been placed across the WIRC. And believe me, these people have been absolutely phenomenal. And once they come into a chartered accountant office and they start working, probably the chances of they becoming and entering into chartered accountancy is much, much, much higher. Because the kind of fear that they have of the unknown gets evaporated when they interact with the chartered accountant in real sense basis. And most importantly, they earn stipend, and therefore we can stop the exploitation from the KPO industry, from the call centers, from the credit card scams and all of this. And that is what we want to do in Project Saptrishi. These are some of the initiatives at WRC, and probably I thought it's right that I interact and I share this with all of you. A lot of stuff happening. This is the time GloPack is happening. I think all of you must have seen the powers unveiled when World Congress happened. I think with GloPack, software capital of the world, pharma capital of the world, and now the accounting capital of the world. The dream of our Prime Minister, Honorable Narendra Modi ji, I think this place is where it's gonna get manifested towards. And therefore, there could be huge opportunities there. And therefore, GloPack is something that we are all looking up to. I'm sure all of you would be there. But yes, let's prep something for this. Because people who prepped for World Congress really got the benefits out of this. It's important that we all prep. The wonderful branches over here who have already experienced the power of World Congress. The president is over here. Keep having those engaging conversations. Whenever you are here in these kind of conferences, और क्या हाल है, कैसे हैं, ये करके end मत करिए. Please talk about some valid point, some engaging conversation, and see the power of asking the right question. I always say this, Tata Sky ने हमको एक लाइन दी थी, ये लगा डाला तो लाइफ झिंगा लाला, उसको थोड़ा सा मॉडिफाई किया मैंने, प्रश्न पूछ डाला तो लाइफ झिंगा लाला. और हमारे पास, हमारे बीच अभी गिरीश आहूजा सर आने वाले हैं. इनको अगर आपने प्रश्न नहीं पूछा तो फिर I don't think so. So to get the best out of everything, please ensure that you inculcate a habit of, asking the right question, relevant question, and having an engaging conversations. I want to end with these 2 lines that are always, they always determine, they make sure that we are all alive. उसूलों पे जो आँच आ जाए तो टकराना होगा. We are all ethical people, and we all believe that from now on, with the kind of nafra, with the kind of data privacy, and with all of these things happening, more and more PMLA being a reporting entity and all of this, ethics will become the strongest weapons for each one of us. उसूलों पे जो आँच आ जाए तो टकराना होगा. जो अगर जिंदा हो तो जिंदा होकर दिखाना होगा, जिंदा होकर दिखाना होगा. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ahmedabad, for inviting us. Thank you, everyone, for giving a patient hearing. Thank you.
So we at Ahmedabad branch acknowledge that we will take the insights as guided by you, and we being also on this part organizing so many events at Ahmedabad branch, we acknowledge that it takes a lot of effort and energy to think and then to organize and then to execute each and every initiative, and you are running, I think, more than 10, exact to be 11 at WIRC. So big round of applause for Arpit Kabra sir and all the team at WIRC. And now I request the chief guest of this seminar, CA Sunil Talati Sir, stalwart of our profession, to please address the August gathering.
Chairman WRC Arpit Kabra, Chairperson Ahmedabad branch Dr. Anjali, the entire team from WRC, the entire team of Ahmedabad branch, regional council members, past regional council members, and past chairman of Ahmedabad branch, my dear friend and very learned speaker, sought over of the all 168 branches of India, want Dr. Girish Ahuja to visit the branch. My dear friend, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very conscious that you are all now more keen to hear Dr. Girish Ahuja and not me. And therefore, I'll be very brief. I'm cutting my time allotted to straight half. Let me just try to tell you the beginning of the very idea of welcoming and felicitation of the chairman and office bearers of regional council, because some of my friends who are sitting here always are asking me that so far as branch is concerned, they are making and arranging and organizing so many programs necessary for CP and for education. So far as the institute is concerned, yes, they are the governing council and they are doing so many programs, projects, and various activities for the betterment and upliftment of the profession. But what is to be done by the regional council? But friends, you are sure by listening to all the office bearers and the chairman and the way he made the PowerPoint presentation, you will appreciate how much work is to be done by each regional council member if they really want to do so. Let me tell you, Arpit, I'm there as a witness, but in last 40 years, no chairman of any regional council has ever made such PowerPoint presentation which you have done. You are doing fantastic work. I can only share you that before 2-3 months, I was in Bombay for some personal work, and being free, I paid a surprise visit to regional council on the 7th floor of our BKC chamber. And I was really aghast to see how busy he was. He could hardly spend 10 minutes of his, though I was there as a past president. So that shows how busy a vice chairman are there if he really wants to work. And I must really appreciate that. Well, so far as today's function is concerned, today's seminar is concerned, it's extremely important. And let me tell you, Girish bhai, the person sitting next to you, Atul bhai and Ajit, and we have one more, Vinit. 3 of them are doing fantastic work on charitable trust activities. They have done lot many research, lot many papers, lot many lectures. But still I was surprised that just 1 month before, many of the chartered accountants came to know that if you don't spend 85% of the income of the trust, the balance 15% will be subject to tax under 115B, and you have to pay 30% tax, notwithstanding the basic exemption limit. So there are so many issues in the charitable trust which many of our professions are required to be told very clearly. And what I understand as a layman is that the government has now made it absolutely clear that you have to spend whatever the income you have earned, because your trust is established for the upliftment of education, medical relief, and benefit of general public, benefit of the general public. And if you don't spend, don't try to accumulate the income, don't try to accumulate wealth and build assets, but genuinely spend for the purpose of the charity. So if you don't spend 100%, you are going to pay tax. If you give someone another trust, a donation, the deduction will be available of 85%. Idea is you yourself spend 100, and if you are straight away giving donation to another trust, you will get only 85%. Meaning thereby that 15% will remain non-taxable to that extent. Otherwise, you are not going to get 100% deduction. So be very clear in the mind. We have to tell our clients very clearly, all trustees, that don't try to save. Whatever is the income of the trust by way of income, rent or other contributions and donations, please spend it for the objects of the trust. That is the basic concept of this charity. And we are indeed very lucky to have Sri Girish Ahuja ji for that. And same way is the concept with regard to the real estate. Lot many projects are in Ahmedabad are going on. I can tell you that Ahmedabad has not seen the activities at the front of real estate. The way low-income housing, other affordable housing, and luxurious flat, ranging from 3 crore to 13 crores are coming up. And way the bookings are going up, we can see the tremendous development in real estate sector. And there are lot many issues with regard to real estate, not only from tax point of view, but even from accounting point of view. In spite of AS7 being there, we are still finding people not following those accounting standards, finalizing the accounts on that basis, and even returns are filed on that basis. So we have Mr. Pradeep Kapasi on that, which will be highlighting various ticklish issues on this real estate concept. But what I want to really convey today is that I was fortunate to be there in Delhi 3 days before with regard to attending my SEPC meeting. And what I want to convey to you that what a great change has been made in the capital of our country, Delhi. You cannot believe that this city of Delhi, which was there for all these years, can look so beautiful, can look so astonishingly lovely and attractive. Now, if this can be done by one person and his team, when G20 program is coming up or is being held from yesterday onwards and today and day after tomorrow, tomorrow, and day after it will be concluding. I mean, it is to be seen to be believed. I would request all of you, forget September ending, forget October, but pay the visit to Delhi and see how Delhi has absolutely changed to such a beautiful city. Now, if this can happen to our city by one person on his team, why should we not think as chartered accountant that it should happen to our office, our residence, and in our practice? That is what is required. That is with regard to the change in state of mind and manner and method in which we are hitherto behaving and how we should behave. Or the same person, what hitherto he was doing, but what great things he can do. Problem with us is we are not in a position to come out of our old set of thoughts and not taking bold decisions. But a time has come, friends, the way practice is going, the way practice is developing, it is extremely important for all of us to change our mindset with regard to the manner and method in which we practice, and also with regard to how we practice individually, two partners, proprietors, or with others. Correct me if I'm wrong, the team of WIRC, all of them, except our Hitesh, are not in traditional practice. They all are in absolutely different practice than normal tax and audit practice. And that is what they are teaching others and promoting others to do that. So gone are the days of filing of returns of income and doing tax audits, but there are so many other areas where the young chartered accountants should travel into, enter into, and do wonderful work with regard to the profession. As the statistics is proving that now not 80 but almost 90% of new chartered accountants are not coming in the practice but are joining the business, trade and industry. And therefore, I would say that there is no competition. Very few people are coming in the practice. And therefore, those who are already in practice should try to attract more people in the practice and start different areas other than traditional practice. But at the same time, yes, traditional practice has to be done. And that is the reason that we have this important topic on charitable trust today. I know most of us do the audit and do the tax returns of charitable trust with a sense of charity, so there is not much fees available. But that concept is also to be changed now. Trustees are to be told that we have saved your tax, we have helped you in this many way, and therefore we should be adequately compensated by professional fees. So change that mindset also. Charitable trust છે ક્યાં બિચારા પાસેથી લેવા? એ લોકો જો આપણને બિચારા ના ગણતો હોય તો આપણે શું એમને બિચારા ગણીએ? So think that way also, and try to learn more and more with regard to the amendments in charitable trusts, try to learn with regard to more and more in amendments in real estate transactions, and how tax planning can be done, how appropriate accounting should be done with regard to the real estate transactions. So with that, friends, I'm indeed thankful to the chairperson for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to be with you after a long time. It's always a pleasure meeting young friends and old friends here, and I wish the entire seminar a grand success. Thank you so much.
Sir, we thank you for your words of wisdom. Actually, your words of wisdom actually act as blessings to us. Your words always encourage us to do more and more better for the fraternity, better in the profession, and what we can derive best of ourselves. Thanking ahead Chairperson of WIRC, Arpit Kabra sir, who joined and shared the initiatives being taken by WIRC, and I also thank Hitesh Pomal sir, WIRC Vice Chairman, Saurabh Ajmera, Secretary of WIRC, Ketan Sayya sir, Treasurer of WIRC, and Chintan Patel sir, Regional Council Member, for joining us in the inaugural session. I thank all the senior members and my friends who joined us in the inaugural session. And now we'll be very quickly starting with our first session after this. So requesting all to please be seated. We'll be starting with the first session immediately.